Hi. So I was going to do an Emmy recap, which could be douchey, but hopefully it'll be entertaining and insightful. Okay, so I presented at the Emmys the other night with Dave Chappelle, my cellie, my ex-wife, my cellmate. So he called. They wanted him to present, of course. They didn't want both of us. Come on. And he called maybe Friday. They were like, "Hey, would you present with Dave on Monday?" Like the SNL people who I know. Jost and Shay had come and done my show in Santa Monica last Tuesday to work out some jokes. I actually had a joke in the monologue at one point that got cut during the week, which, you know, that happens. The joke was as follows. The joke was that this is the most diverse Emmys ever. 26 nominees of color, I believe. And Shay was gonna go, "Yeah, that's a big deal. Pat yourselves on the back, white people." And then I think Jost was gonna go, "I'd say pat yourself on the front, but that's how Louis lost all of his shows." Would have been like a groaner, but it would have been funny. So Monday, there's a bunch of, when you present, it's a bunch of cars. They send a bunch of, they're like, "We're going to pick you up on Monday morning. You got to come to rehearsal." And we had nothing really to, they were like, "You guys, you write for you guys." Because usually the writers write for it. But I know most of the SNL writers, and they were like, I don't want to write for you and Dave." And then I'm kind of like, well, I don't fucking want to write for me and Dave either. It's no less scary for me than it is for anybody else. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like pitching jokes to my friends. So I had a thing on the teleprompter that I just sent, and I was like, we'll come out and Dave will say, it's nominees for Best Sketch Show, and Dave would say, "And just so you know, if you don't win, you're in good company, because Chappelle Show didn't win either." And I was gonna go, "Dave, are you saying if a show doesn't win, it's as good as Chappelle Show?" And then Dave was gonna go, "God, no." And then we were gonna laugh maniacally. It would have been funny. So this is what it looks like backstage.
The winner. Okay, doke.
All right.
And I'll show you the rest when you're out there.
All right, send me this video too, Chad.
I will.
This is so fucking hilarious.
And walk. Start walking now, guys. Going right to the mic to your left.
So then we go out there, we work it out. Dave said a thing at rehearsal where he was like, "Isn't this great? Where you get, you get millions of dollars and you also get trophies." Great. And then we did the thing that was on the teleprompter, the thing about the show not being as good. Ha 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 ha. So then I had to come back to Santa Monica, where I live, Venice, get a tuxedo, and then go back. Then like a car, you get like a SUV that they pay for, and then they bring you back. I didn't want to do red carpet because I didn't want to have to explain to people who I am. So then we're just backstage, and backstage kind of looks like a movie about a backstage.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, I hope this isn't shit.
Yeah, Che.
Oh, yeah, we doing it, Neal. We in it.
And again, it's just like a backstage, and we're all like a little tense and nervous. And Jost was going over his monologue like 2 minutes before, just going through the teleprompter.
15 miles outside of Atlanta. 15 miles outside of Atlanta. And it focuses on white women who call the police on the cast of Atlanta.
Me and Dave weren't presenting for like 2.5 hours in. So, and then you kind of just like saying hi to people. And there was like some red room where like the presenters could go. So I went back there, and that was another just like tons of, it was just all famous, like, hey, Larry David and Ben Stiller and who else did I see? Taraji Henson and the dude from Atlanta, and just like it's in a tiny room, so it's just like, and Timberlake. So me, him, and Dave go have a cigarette in like a loading dock. I don't smoke, and so we're smoking, just talking shit, whatever, and then a photographer comes out and is like, "Hey, will you guys all? Can I get a picture of you three?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then now I know where this is headed. A picture of me, Dave, and Timberlake is confusing. Picture of Dave and Timberlake, now that you can sell. So then I know where it's headed, and the guy goes, "Hey, Neal, would you mind stepping out?" And I was like, "Oh, my eyes are open." So here's a picture of Dave and Justin laughing at me, very clearly just laughing. You know when you see celebrities like, "Ha ha." I actually said something funny, and they were actually laughing at me. So I got to talk to Justin for a longer period of time, and I liked him a lot. And then Cat Williams came out, and Samira Wiley, who won, and then I got to do the payback on Justin because they all took a picture together. And then I said, "Justin, would you mind stepping out?" So it was just black people, and then me and Justin stepped back in, and there's a good meme to be had of me and Justin and black people. Write your own meme. Oh, then there's another thing. So again, life is so unfair. So if you're a presenter at the Emmys, you just get to go to this gift suite where they just give you stuff. And again, everyone that went was famous except me. So they give you like hotel rooms and like value headphones, like good stuff, like 3 nights on a safari. Just like, okay, yeah, you're right, I do deserve this. And I felt bad for the people because it was like the great John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, who you may know from 43 Ways Chrissy Teigen owned the thing. They were like, "Oh yeah, those gifting suites stink because they make you endorse a product." And I'm like, my endorsement isn't that valuable. Yeah, like my endorsement isn't, it's like, "Hey, who's that anonymous white guy who endorsed those headphones?" So then it comes time for me and Dave to go out. Oh, I should also mention that I was going to do a joke, which is the joke I was going to do is, I know some of you may be tuning in right now and think, man, Colin Jost and Michael Che look terrible. Jimmy Kimmel ended up doing a very similar joke, so I couldn't do it. My friend Devin sent it to me. That's when you go, "Hey, I'm doing this thing. You want it?" My friend Devin, who writes for The Daily Show, is excellent. So I was like, "Oh, I got to think of a new joke." So then I thought of this thing about, not filling the void, and to go with Dave's thing. So then we go out, and the thing about TV is it's funny how like there's no real countdown. It's not like NASA where they go like, "You'll be going T-minus 60, 59, 50. It's just like, "Okay, you're on," and then you just go. Like they step you to your place, and they're like, "Okay, go," and you just like, well, fuck it.
To reveal the winner, please welcome the creators of The Chappelle Show, Dave Chappelle and Neal Brennan.
And I felt I was thankful to not be nervous. I was like, just sort of like, okay. Although at one point, before I started talking, I think I knew Dave was going to say his thing. And at one point I was like, "Oh, I can't swallow right now." But I knew that from stand-up that I could talk without having to swallow because it didn't make a difference. And I was chewing gum, which somebody noticed, which is like, no, who cares? We did the joke.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a beautiful business. We make millions of dollars, and we get trophies from time to time.
But let's be honest, everyone in this room has emotional wounds that no amount of money or prizes could ever fix. Shout out to therapy and medication. Yes.
Here's to that Emmy-sized hole in your soul. Oh, and the winner is?
No, all right. All right.
Let's just read it, man. I'm like, Saturday Night Live.
And I kind of felt like, oh, I just did well. Like, I felt like that joke worked. But as a comedian, you're like, oh, the first joke worked. And then, like, shout out to therapy and medication kind of didn't work as well. So I was like, no. But then, so everybody came up, and then I said hi to all the SNL people, and Kyle Mooney was like, hey, man, you killed it. So that felt nice. And although I just did a Z's for some reason.
Thanks.
Funny thing is, like, Lauren came over and shook my, like, he kind of wanted to shake Dave's hand. But I intercepted it. And then what happened after that? And then you just kind of feel good about yourself because you did well. And then what happened? Then, oh, and then we went out to dinner with, me and Dave went out to dinner with Lorne Michaels. And which is fun because we just pepper him with questions about the past and comedy, like Richard Pryor, shit like that. And then we gossiped about other stuff. Lorne, it was cute. Lorne had his laminate still on. Here's a picture of that. Oh, and then we went to a bunch of parties, and it was very fun. Oh, here's my point. So this is what I'm saying. If you learn nothing from this, whatever this is, learn how to compliment people. Because all the performers were like, dude, that was great. Superlatives. Couple like 8 people that are not performers hit me with a nice job. Hey, nice job. It's like, hey, go fuck yourself. Nice job. Like, first of all, I was like a writer 10 years ago, and like a direct, like then I learned how to do stand up, did a show that was popular, 3 mics, and then like in order to even get to a position to present on the Emmys was a big deal, and then to be able to do well in front of however many. In front of 1,500 other performers or showbiz people in there that are all positive they're more talented than me, to then be able to deliver a joke and have it work was gratifying. So it was more than a nice job. It was fucking, as far as I'm concerned, I did great. So that is my Emmy wrap up. Thank you. Bye. I'm going to be in Boston. Should I do dates? Go to nealbrennan.com, see me do stand-up. It's like this, but jokier. And I stand up, and I've showered. Ugh.